Hi guys, this is Stormouse03. Welcome to another achievement guide for Unravel. This is going to be for the Not So Fragile After All achievement or trophy, and this is Chapter 8, The Letter. So this chapter is not too terrible except for the section near the beginning with the crows, which is probably the worst section in the game. And it's only the worst section because the crows fly randomly. I tried many times to see if there was a pattern, but I couldn't see any rhyme or reason to when these crows fly and when they don't. I think the best advice that I can give you is to try to make each short little run one at a time, so don't try to take it too quickly, and just kind of watch the pattern of the crows. You can see them in the distance when they start to fly at you. And so just kind of watch that. A lot of times a good moment to go is after a couple of them have flown at you at once, so 2 or 3 in quick succession. But even that is not a guarantee because, like I said, there doesn't really seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. Just kind of watch, wait for what you think is a good moment, and hope that you get lucky and there isn't one that's kind of off screen that you didn't see. So I think the hardest part of that section is to get over the bucket and then swing across. You really need to get a good jump and swing so that you make it pretty far across that box in one swing, because if you have to climb up the box or if you have too far to run across the box, you won't be able to get underneath it by the time the crow gets to you, or at least that's been my experience. So right there is probably the hardest little section of it. And then when you're tying the rope at the end to be able to do the little jump onto the wood that breaks, you want to do each tie one at a time, take it slow, and then again really wait for an opportune moment to make your jump, or what you think is one. There can always be a crow that just comes out randomly and just decides it's going to kill you. So don't get too discouraged, just keep at it. It takes some luck, and that's frustrating, but you will get through it. And then after you get through that first section, there really isn't much else in this chapter that can kill you. You just want to be careful with the bucket sequence. You don't want to go down into the well if you can help it. And then you also want to be careful with the hay bales at the end. I had a really funny moment at the end of this where I almost had a heart attack because I jumped over the little round thing, and somehow Yarny decided to wedge himself in between the round spool and the hay bale, and he kind of slumped over, and I thought that I died, but I hadn't, thankfully, because doing that crow sequence again is just not what you want to do. So have fun watching me in that sequence, and know that I was just freaking out in that moment, like, oh my god, did I die? What are you doing, Yarny? And having a little bit of a panic, but we got through it. I got through it, you will too, and I will see you in the next one.